Hey there, welcome to the garden. So I am over in the frame of the Unheated Greenhouse, kind of taking a look around today and trying to see if my birdhouse gourds have germinated yet. I was really excited to have birdhouse gourds growing up and over onto the frame. Actually, like, I was hoping they would be using the frame kind of as a support. I thought it would be really pretty, but I'm not seeing any of them germinate. And I already resowed them, like I resowed them, let's see, once and now twice, and I still don't see anything coming up. So I don't know if something is getting in here and eating them. I don't know what is going on. I did have the zucchini that I resowed, that did come up. So I resowed an 8-ball zucchini, and that is coming up and looking really nice, a very healthy seedling. And over here in this bed, I've got the pumpkin on a stick. Oh, these little lizards are just, they like don't care at all. They don't go anywhere, but they scare me every time. Okay, I'm gonna leave him be. But just looking in here, I don't see, I don't see any. I think this might be a melon that came up right there, but I'm not sure. So I had birdhouse gourds also started in this one, and I don't see any birdhouse gourds in here. This is a Sunfinity sunflower. Yeah, Sunfinity sunflower that's getting nice and big, and some zinnias. So this is gonna be a really pretty container, but I thought it would be so nice if I had, you know, just like a birdhouse gourd that would come climbing up and onto the frame. I don't know, that was the vision. And then we've got the eggplants and peppers in this container, and some parsley that's doing great, and of course Scamphrina. The tiny tomatoes are looking good. We're actually getting tons and tons of flowers on these micro dwarf tomatoes, so it's actually really exciting to see. I think we're gonna have a lot of things in this little greenhouse area. I'll kind of pull back. Oh, and the butterfly bush. So this is the butterfly bush that I have growing in a grow bag, and so far it's looking really good. I can see the very first beginnings of flowers, which is so exciting. This is a pugster blue butterfly bush, so it's gonna put on these beautiful big blue flowers that are gonna just really bring the pollinators into this space. So theoretically, if I have my, you know, my gourds growing in here, then that would be good. I haven't fertilized the butterfly bush at all this year, and I'm thinking maybe I need to a little bit. It looks like it's just a little, I don't know. So maybe I'll throw a little fertilizer in there, but so far, otherwise, it just looks so healthy. And I think this whole area, let me get back so you can see. The whole area is kind of fun, but wouldn't it be so much prettier if we had the birdhouse gourds growing over the top? I just think that would be so nice. So I may do kind of like a little bit of a germination test with the birdhouse gourd seeds. Typically I just always start my seeds like either, you know, direct sown or in cups in soil. I don't do any kind of like pre-sprouting or pre-germination ever, really. But I think I'm gonna try it with the birdhouse gourd seeds and just see if there's something going on. It could totally just be the pests or some kind of like water issue, although I try to be really consistent, especially when I know I've got seeds in the ground. And everything else that I've re-sown has come up now. So I don't know if they're being stubborn. Don't know what it is. I'm gonna try, I think, take a Ziploc bag, get a damp paper towel, put the birdhouse gourd seeds in there, and then just see if hopefully I can get them to sprout. And then from there, you can transfer them out of the Ziploc bag, like into the soil, and I would just basically plant them out or plant them into cups and get them going, and then transplant them. At this point, let's see, this is like gonna be the first full week of June. So we're not late, but I think it's like, you can probably hear my daughter's toys in the background. She's in her little jumper. We're probably getting to a point where, you know, it's like 80 days to harvest. So if I want to have some gourds for the fall, you know, it'd be kind of nice. I kind of need to get them started. And I really want those birdhouse gourds. So, okay. I think we're gonna try the Ziploc bag method, and then that'll be the third try. So if it doesn't go on that one, I'm not quite sure what I will end up doing. The rest of the garden is looking really good. I don't have a lot of chores right now. I've had a little bit of weeding, but the nice thing about this size garden is that the weeding is really not a big deal. So I have a 20, it's basically like a 20 by 20 square, but we've got the big patio in the middle, obviously all the containers, it's very densely planted. So I don't have to do a whole lot as far as weeding goes. Typically watering is my biggest task, although it rained yesterday. I think we're gonna get more rain today. So it's kind of a light day as far as garden chores. Although I am just gonna poke around and see if I can find any weeds that need to come out and just kind of make sure that there's nothing I need to stake. I've been keeping an eye on all my tomato plants. I believe these are the Juliet tomatoes because they are just growing literally by the day. They are just growing so quickly. So I've got to come in too and decide how much pruning I want to do, whether I want to let them branch out too much or whether I need to prune them. Little something got on. These are zinnias, and I spread fertilizer, and too much fertilizer got on the top of the zinnias, and I'm afraid that it might have damaged some of them, although this guy looks all right. I stuck some zinnia plants in here, but really, I mean, there's not too much sun because we've got the patty pan squash here. So this was kind of a dense planting that didn't really work, and that happens sometimes. Sometimes you can interplant some plants and it works really well, and sometimes they don't quite take. Although I may restart a couple more zinnias. Oh, look, see this root system has like, I would love to get some of the apricot zinnias to bloom. These are some of my, I think I did some peach Cinderella, which are the fluffy zinnias. I did some of the Cinderella peach zinnias, so like the really fluffy kind of cupcake looking peach zinnias over there. And I also did some Queen Lime series, so those antique colors. And I really wanted to see them bloom. So I may have to try to start some, maybe I'll have to do like a couple little cups with the squash and then with the zinnias and see if I can't get them going and find a place for them, just because I want to see those blooms. I really, really want to see the flowers blooming. It would be nice to actually get to see some of that, but you know, what can you do? I should have shaken the fertilizer off, and I just was sprinkling a bunch of like slow release fertilizer over the top, and some of it got stuck in the top of those plants. As you can see, that kind of like choked out the top leaves. Maybe they'll be okay, but they don't look great. They aren't super happy about that. So lesson learned, I need to be a little bit more careful when spreading my fertilizer. I do have over here though really fun buds on, these are going to be an apple blossom snapdragon, and I'm super excited that those are actually starting to bloom. Let's see if we've got any cucumbers coming along. There's so many flowers in here. These are the salad bush cucumbers. See, I need to be more careful with this fertilizer. Just wanted to give everything a little shot of fertilizer just to make sure that it had enough food to keep going. You know, just to be extra safe. And look at the sunflowers. Everything's still a little bit wet from being rained on, but so pretty. And I will come in with these tomatoes and kind of trim back and move leaves that are getting in the way as well, because we may have to do some of that. Here's another pretty picture. Look at all the blooms. Oh my goodness, Stillwater clematis. It is so beautiful. Stunning. Blue blooms. My morning glory has started blooming. These are such pretty blossoms. I know morning glories can be tricky depending on where you are. These are growing in a hanging basket. So I'm really hoping that since they're in a hanging basket, they're not going to become invasive and become a problem. But they are really beautiful, really, really gorgeous. So many stunning flowers right now. The ranunculus, oh, so beautiful. I do need to come in, as I said in the last video, and prune these petunias. I'm just waiting, but they're getting super weighed down from all of the rainwater, so it will be good. At the end of this week, I'll probably come in and prune these back pretty harshly. And I'll show you that process, because I just noticed as I came out after the rain, they really got kind of, I don't know, flopped over. And petunia blossoms just get so sad when it rains. These are the old school headliner petunias. These are not like the proven winners, you know, super petunias that you don't have to deadhead. These are the old school kind that you do want to come in and try to deadhead so that you can get blooms like this. That is dreams. That is petunia dreams. It's so fun to be getting this abundance of flowers in the garden. All right, I guess I'm just gonna grab my birdhouse gourd seeds and take you inside, and we will get them set up in a Ziploc bag and try to see if we can't get them to germinate and get some plants started. All right, so here we are. We've got birdhouse gourd seeds. I guess I'll do, well, I have quite a few in here. I guess I'll do like 4. As you can see, they're kind of interesting seeds. They're very large, you know, kind of like as gourd and squash seeds are. And I have a damp paper towel. I should probably like even look up how this is done, but of course, you know, have I looked that up? No. Ziploc bag. Put it in here. You know what I think I might do is just go ahead and actually put this, well, maybe not outside, but in a sunny window, because we do want it, girly girls chatting with you. We do want it to be, you know, warm for them, obviously. I was hoping that now that it's warmer out, the germination would be so much quicker and so much easier, but that didn't happen with my second sowing. I did sow a couple patty pan squash into another raised bed, and it was so wild to see how fast that germinated within a few days, whereas the patty pan squashes that I sowed in the beginning, guess it would have been mid-April, those took probably a week and a half. So I was hoping that with, you know, temperatures warming up, these would start to germinate. So we'll see. Maybe I'll just, you know, put it outside, and my patio is right out here and it's nice and sunny and warm, and hopefully that'll do the trick. For the birdhouse gourds, I don't think there was any information. I may be missing something as far as like scoring the seeds or soaking them or something like that. You know, some seeds do need that, so I haven't done anything with them. I guess that'll be the 4th try. But we'll try this. We'll see if we can pre-sprout them and then plant them. I've always thought that pre-sprouting was kind of nice because you sort of take out the guesswork of, you know, whether seeds are going to germinate or not. And I know a lot of people do it for like even tomatoes and peppers. You can pre-sprout the seeds and then plant them out. And yeah, it kind of takes away that like, yeah, that guesswork and that kind of wondering and waiting. So for someone as impatient as I am, maybe this will become a method that I start to use for more things. It's kind of fun to be able to see the whole process. And I really hope, I really hope this works. I sort of thought I was done with most of my planting, but you know, with the re-sowing like this, and then I think I'm actually going to start sowing some beans. So we've got plenty more planting to go. We are not nearly done. And, you know, of course it's just now June. So the growing season is just now really kicking off. And I know for some of you, you're just hitting your last frost. So let me know if you're growing birdhouse gourds or if you've grown them in the past. They're such a fun gourd, and I can't wait, hopefully, to have some that I can dry and the girls can paint and play with. I think they would really like it. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.